I live in a high-rise in downtown Houston, but my dad still lives alone on our old cattle ranch in rural Texas. Dad is a man of few words, a real, old-school American cowboy. When I was a little girl and couldn't sleep, he used to call me his midnight cowboy. But 10 years ago when I left for college, we made a pact. That name was retired unless there was a true life-or-death emergency. It was our secret distress signal. For a decade, he kept that promise. Then, last Tuesday at 2 a.m., my phone buzzed on the nightstand. I answered, and my heart nearly stopped. His voice was steady but too formal, too quiet. I sat bolt upright. "Dad? What's going on? Why did you use that name?" He let out a dry, forced chuckle. "Oh, just reminiscing. Listen, I baked some fresh apple pie. You should drive down early tomorrow morning and have a slice." My blood ran cold. Two things were dead wrong. First, my dad hates baking. He hasn't touched an oven since my mom passed. Second, he's severely diabetic. He doesn't keep apple pie in the house. I knew right then, someone was in that house, likely standing right behind him, forcing him to act normal. I hung up and immediately dialed 911. "My name is Sarah Miller. My father is being held hostage at the Miller Ranch on Route 12. He just used a coded distress signal. Send everyone." I jumped into my truck and pushed it to 90 miles per hour down the dark, pine-lined highway. I called our neighbor, a retired sheriff named Mr. Henderson. I told him the code. He didn't ask questions. He just said, "I'm grabbing my coat and my 12 gauge. Meet you at the perimeter." When I pulled up to the ranch, the lights were off, except for a dim glow in the kitchen. A strange black SUV was idling in the shadows near the barn. I saw the silhouettes of the police cruisers approaching from the distance, their lights off to remain stealthy. Suddenly, the back door kicked open. Two men in hoodies bolted out carrying Dad's heavy fireproof safe. But they didn't get far. The police swarmed the yard, and Mr. Henderson had them zeroed in from the tree line. I ran into the house. I found Dad tied to a kitchen chair. His lip was cut, but his eyes were sharp. As I cut the zip ties off his wrists, I whispered, "Apple pie, Dad? Really?" He grinned through the pain. "I figured if I told you I was baking, you'd know I'd lost my mind or I was in deep trouble. And Midnight Cowboy, I knew you'd come riding in." The intruders were two hitchhikers who thought the ranch was an easy target. They were wrong. The next morning, we didn't have apple pie. We had steak and eggs. And for the first time in years, Dad called me Midnight Cowboy just for the fun of it.